BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars Heat 1 for the B class. '52 Craig Howarth, who just pipped 212 Frankie Wayman in that crackerjack finish. Well, let's see what this Sunday afternoon holds. The green comes down then simultaneously with cars, and already Howarth and Frankie Wayman are in trouble towards the back of the grid, but they was hooked up and now they're away and running. Rejoin the race. 4 cars disposed in the fence on turn 2. So quickly then, this B grade BriSCA Formula 1 stock car Heat 1 has been sadly depleted, with cars going out the circuit with tremendous regularity. And it just remains to be seen then whether the cars out of contention early on can get back into contention as the race progresses. 507 then, Neil Smith comes through race control in front of 99. That's the way it's looking, Neil Smith leading out 99 in the early stages of this one. 99 is Graham Bird, who made his Skegness debut last night, so he's quickly getting to grips with the seaside circuit. Neil Smith, 507 from 99. Looking right back the field to pick up the third place as Neil Smith goes through. Not so far ahead of the 99 car then now. 91 moves through, that's Wolf Warnes into third spot, so a numbers check. It's 507 and 99 and 91, a change up front. Graham Bird in 99 comes through on the inside racing line, past that start and finishing point around turns 1 and 2, opening up for what looks to be a pretty impressive and useful looking lead at this early stage in BriSCA Formula 1 stock car B class Heat 1. It's 99, Graham Bird ahead of 507. Neil Smith. We're still waiting for Will Warnes in third. Halfway this time, Mr. Starter, halfway this time. Graham Bird then from Burton-on-Trent, setting sail for the checkered flag as we begin the second half of BriSCA Formula 1 stock car Heat 1 B-class race. Craig Howarth up in the 4th spot and he's ahead of Frankie Wayman. So 507 Neil Smith second. 91 then, Wolf Warnes goes through into third spot ahead of 52, Craig Howarth. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4, Mr. Tony. You got him, 99, Graham Bird. Neil Smith in second spot. This is the battle for third and fourth, coming off turn 4. In 5th place is 212, Frankie Wayman. It's 5 this time, Mr. Starter, 5 this time. Graham Bird then taking up the cudgels of this opening race of this Skegness UK Speed Weekend Part 2. Another car spinning out, Will Warnes, who was in third spot, coming to grief on turn 4, so he's dropping right down the lap charts as 99. Still forges clear. Neil Smith getting dropped off the pace now with a couple of back markers between him and your race leader, 99. 52, Craig Howarth moves through into third spot. He's ahead of 212, Frankie Wayman. Graham Bird then powering his way down the back straight, once more into turns 3 and 4. Looks to be a healthy looking lead now that the 99 car is picking up ahead of 507 Neil Smith. Craig Howarth in third spot, he's 52. He's now well adrift, as is 212 Frankie Wayman. The last lap board then out this time for Graham Bird. 99 comes through the start and finish point, less than 380 metres to go now. From himself on victory in this opening BriSCA Formula 1 stock car B-class Heat 1 race. It's Graham Bird just circling off at turn 4. It's checkered flag time. 99 Graham Bird takes the honours in the opening race. Neil Smith 507 comes through in second, and then we have 212. We still need him, Mr. Starr. Still need him. coming. All the cars out safely negotiate the opening couple of bends, and away we go. We're running BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars, A-Class Heat 1. 393 then, that man, Mike Smith, hits the front again, full of confidence, full of verve, and really flying around the Skegness circuit on this super sunny Sunday afternoon, day 2 of the UK Championship Speed Weekend. Mike Smith leading there, 25 in second spot is Terry Foster. They're clear of 38. Jason Holden at 464, beginning to make some sort of impact. Jamie Davidson, the 464 car up there into 4th spot already. 345 in 5th is Gary Coyle. Then we got 21, Matt Gilbert, the first of the Reds. Is 2, Paul Harrison. As yet, the likes of Lund, Kelly and Folding not making any impression at all. They still trail this grid. The first appearance of the BriSCA Formula 1's A-Class. Mike Smith then extending that lead even more. Quite a substantial and healthy looking lead in the early stages of this first appearance from the A-Class BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars. Half this time, Mr. Starter, halfway this time. The Union Jack lane comes out to Mike Smith in 393. He goes whizzing past the start finishing controls, not making any kind of errors. No blemishes at all in his driving over the weekend. Jamie Davison moving through into 3rd spot in 464. In 2nd spot though it's still 25, Terry Foster. He's then in front of Davison. 38, Jason Holden, and 345 is Gary Coyle. In 6th spot, 515, Junior Wayman, then 2, Paul Harrison, 53, John Lund, 172, Stevie Hodgson, 202, Richard Mason. That marker still continue to come through. 5 this time, Mr. Starter. 5 this time for your leader. He comes through, 393. Still there, and what a lead now. He's pulling out as well. Terry Foster still clinging on to 2nd spot. Head of 464, Jamie Davidson. 515, Junior Wayman in 4th. John Lund, 53, 5th. Paul Harrison coming under threat from 172, Stevie Hodgson, and he's passed. The only change on the lap charts this time is Jamie Davison moves through into 2nd spot. They're all chasing down this leader, 393 from Hartlepool in County Durham. Mike Smith it is, 393. Jamie Davison now through into 2nd. Junior Wayman, 515, moves swiftly and surely through into 3rd. But surely no one can catch this leader as the 2-lap to go board comes out. He's already up and beginning to catch the back markers, and it's Mike Smith in 393. Just look at the move his lead he's got as Junior Wayman moves through into 2nd spot ahead of Jamie Davison. John Lund, 53, is now in 4th. Well, nobody can stop this flying machine from the northeast. It's 393. Mike Smith takes the checkered flag. BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars Class A. Junior Wayman, 515 in 2nd spot of 53. John Lund just probably pits 464. Reds, Mr. Starter, Reds if you please. On that victory lap of honour, 393, Mike Smith. Affair with 27 cars out on the raceway. What a healthy looking number of whites and yellows in 3 grade, of course. They need all the encouragement that they can lead. One of the early casualties is 258, Rob Harold, in that New Zealand look-alike replica. So plenty of action, plenty of excitement. It all seems to be developing down there on turns 1 and 2. All seems to be surrounding the 258 car. Another crunch down that back straight. Involved is 141 Paul Corker and 96 Belinda. Meanwhile, we'll pick up the leader. It's 307 then. It's just as he was last night in race winning position. That's Tim Warwick. Tim Warwick it is, leading from 159. That's John Satch in the 159 car. 507 in third spot, which is Neil Smith. And Neil Smith lifting the tyres along that back straightaway as he leads 280. So we're going to get a numbers check as Tim Warwick 307 leads through from 159 at 507. That's your first three on the lap charts, and these three are pulling clear of 410. Leader then Tim Warwick through, John Sack in second spot in 159. Oh, spinning and rocking about the circle. Oh, 99 then the winner, that's Graham Bird. He really clouted the fence there pretty hectically, just short of the starter's rostrum. We're looking at halfway next time, Mr. Star, of this very eventful and hectic BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars at B class. Graham Bird backs off the raceway and out of the way, so we're rip-roaring and continuing the action. It's still Tim Warwick in 307. Hanging on to this lead from 159, John Sachs at 507, Neil Smith. These three then are well clear of the pack. It's 307, 159, 507, Mr. Dodge. Just concentrate on these three for the time being. 212 up into fourth spot. That's Frankie Wayman. So you can see the gap that's developing between the first three and four. 212, Frankie Wayman. 307 through in front of 159 and 507. 5 this time, Mr. Starter. 5 this time. It's still Tim Warwick leading the pack. That pack is closing. 159. He's now right on the 307 bumper. And not too far adrift is 507 Neil Smith. Frankie Wayman, 212 is in fourth spot. Well, way out of contention at this moment in time. Tim Warwick then just glides past that stricken car on turn 4. He's still holding him, and not for much longer. It looks as though he's punching, so it's unlucky on the 307 car. That's 159, John Sack. The head of affairs, he's head of 507. Neil Smith. And in third, 212. In 91, Wolf Warren's in fourth. So the car's now scattered right around the circuit as John Sachs takes the lapboard there from Mr. Starter Richard Kalita and begins to open up from 507 Neil Smith, who's in turn is well clear of 212 Frankie Wayman. We're coming to the latter stage of this BriSCA Formula 1 stock car on Heat 2 B class. John Satch already through on that last lap in the 159 car. He's halfway down that back straightaway. Neil Smith, 507, can't do anything about it. And even less is coming from the third spot, 212. Off the final turn then, John Sachs takes the checker flag, 159 from 507. Neil Smith, Frankie Wayman, 212 in third spot. Keep him going through, Mr. Starter, keep him going through. Okay, Mr. Starter, okay. BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars Heat 2 then for the A class here at sunny Skegness, this United Kingdom Championship Speed Weekend, Day 2. cars then through the opening exchanges okay, and that man at 393 is at the front again, Mike Smith. He's had a 464, Jamie Davidson. 25, Terry Foster, 21, Mark Gilbang. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4. First of the red grey drivers moving through into fourth spot is 2, Paul Harrison. He's immediately put under threat by 38. Walter Melvale was 202, moves through into fifth spot, which is Richard Mason. He's ahead then of Keith Chambers in 250, 515, Junior Wayman, 172, Stevie Upson, 73, Rob Kelly, 1, and Peter Folding. Already then this flying yellow-grey driver from up north, the northeast, Harleywood's 393, Mike Smith, absolutely powering his way around the Skegness circuit. Jamie Davidson, another one from that part of the world, at 464, closing in down in second spot, but still a long, long way adrift. 21, Mark Gilbank in third spot. Good scrap going on for fourth and fifth between Richard Mason, Paul Harrison and Junior Wayman, 515. 515, Junior Mason tries to move him out. And indeed he does in fourth. Halfway this time, Mr. Starter, halfway this time. The Union Jack comes out then. Once more it's the flying Mike Smith in the 393 car. 464, Jamie Davidson at 21, Mark Gilban. Then we've got 515, Junior Wayman. First of the Reds and pulling clear of the pack in fourth spot and closing right down on the Gilban car in third spot. Well, this leader's already flown through the start-of-finishing protocol. That's something like 100 metres lead now, as he already begins to catch the back markers and the strugglers up. But they're not making any impression on him at all. As we come to the 5 this time, we're running right down to the checker flag. Well inside the second half of this one, just 5 to go from your starter, Richard Galita. 393 setting sail for the checkered flag as well. Jason Holden pulls off on the infield. Nobody and no one at all can make any impression on the 393 car. We're soon going to have a good scrap for second spot. Jamie Davidson still leading Junior Wayman 515, so all the action of the race, certainly for the minor places, because it's race leader. It looks as though he's got things stitched up as the 3-lap board comes out. Junior Wayman 515 finally overtakes 464 Jamie Davidson. Stevie Hodgson moves through into fourth spot, having passed 21 Mark Gilbank, who in turn is clear of 2. Paul Harrison at 202, Richard Mason 250, Keith Chambers, and 1 Peter Foley. All eyes on your race leader yet again as the last lap board comes out this time. 300 metres to go around the sunbaked, scorched Skegness Stadium. Day 2 of this UK Speed Weekend. Surely nothing can stop yet another victory. And surely he's going to collect, and collect he does. Checker flag time, 393, Mike Smith. In second spot is Junior Wayman, 515. Stevie Hudson comes through to take third ahead of 464, Jamie Davidson. Reds, Mr. Starter, Reds please on the circuit. 20 cars out on the circuit this time. And if the third heat is as exciting as the opening 2, we're in for a real cracker. And the action begins and the dust begins to fly almost immediately as the green flag goes down there. One of the early casualties is Steve Mills there in 390. He's soon off onto the infield. 413, another one limping away there, taking no part in this race. That's Matt Bennett. Oh, and the car's really flying. The dust, oh, this is the dust going to be so. It's 137 at 307 there on turn 1. really making the dust fly. So it's a sort of charge that is not done either driver any good, but he's added to the afternoon's entertainment in a big way, and that's left 140 at the head of affairs. That's Andy Robinson in the 140 car. He's been prominent in a couple of races today, 377, and once more we got some big damage coming. This time it's on turns 3 and 4. A couple of cars locked together, they unscramble themselves, and it doesn't look as though they're going to be rejoining. No sooner do we say that, we do get a change from 353 deciding to come through. So cars strewn all around the circuit now as the carnage becomes even heavier in these BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars Heat 3. 140, Andy Robinson, your race leader from 377. And 96 Glyn Duff. So this is the lead 3 cars, Mr. Starter, coming towards the start and finish area now. Halfway next time. Andy Robinson doing all kinds of funny things, and that's enabled 377 to sneak through. Michael Storer then in 377 takes up the lead runs now as the dust begins to fly. This time it's on turns 3 and 4, so we got heavy action right around the circuit. Phil Wilton then in hooked up there with 275. Michael Storer 377 leading Glyn Duff in 96 and 140. A tyre loose there on turns 1 and 2. That pulls off onto the centre green. Very polite and kind of it. Oh, the leading 2. So all change up front, and he's 5 next time. It's the start of 5 next time as Andy Robinson regains the lead. 140 ahead of 96, Glyn Duff. Glyn Duff putting the bumper in on the 140 car. Doesn't do himself any favours at all. Comes off the racing line, but nips back on the inside. So that was probably a clever piece of work. And right on their tails is 52, Craig Howarth. Glyn Duff swerving about down that back straightaway. 140 and 52 doing likewise. So this race opened up once again. The first 3 cars, Mr. Carter, now coming towards you. Andy Robinson pulls off. He doesn't look as though he's circling very quickly now either, and it's 52 left to chase the 96 car of Glyn Duff. It's 96.52, 140 and 117. That's the lead 4 cars. Rob Scriven in the 4th car. Robbie 378 there in 5th, but at this moment in time that's a commentator's observation only. Glyn Duff then. Coming through, Glyn Duff racing clear of the 52 car now. Craig Howarth trying to get close enough to mount a challenge. 140 in 3rd. He's being attacked by 378. It looks as though the last lap board's about to come out. Glyn Duff pulling clear as momentarily Craig Howarth got locked up there with a back marker on turns 3 and 4. Glyn Duff is flying down that back straight now. It looks as though he's got this race well sewn up as he comes through to take the checker flag and collect another victory at Skegness. 52. Craig Howarth was in 2nd. That's the way the race unfolded then in the BriSCA Formula 1 stock cars. Reds, Mr. Starter. Heat 3 for the B class there, coming to a halt. BriSCA Formula 1, the United Kingdom Championship for the B class gets underway with the drop of the green flag. Just looking around the circuit, all cars being speared there, particularly on turns 3 and 4. And that's left Neil Smith, 507, fronting this race. We've lost car number 14, that's Roger Bromley. As the dust begins to fly then around the circuit now on this sun-drenched Skegness. 159 leading the fray. John Saish from 140 is Andy Robinson. 507 Neil Smith. See what's going on behind him. 212 Frankie Wayman not enjoying the best of experiences. And Craig Elworth there stopped in his tracks, car number 52 behind the 91 car of Will Wall. So plenty of action, full-blooded action in this BriSCA Formula 1 B class. The 1994 United Kingdom champions up for grabs here at Skegness this afternoon. Cars circling at a rapid rate of knots. We're certainly getting some tremendous Formula 1 stock car action here at Skegness. It's still 159 then, John Sage from 140. The car's still hurtling breakneck speeds around the circuit. There's a leader just gone through the start and finishing point. 140, Andy Robinson right on the tail of the 159 car. In third spot we've got 307, that's Tim Warwick. So the field right spread around the circuit now. The leader there though, John Sage from Daventry, but Andy Robinson beginning to pull up. The third place car there, that goes, that's 507 Neil Smith, so he's dropping away there. Another car 353, Spragger Eagle in his field as he gets prostrated across the start and finishing line, just exiting turn 4, but he's gone out onto the infield, so we're off and running once more, full-blooded, full throttle action all the way. John Sage it is in 159, your race leader. Still John Sage leading, 307 in second spot. Half next time, Mr. Dada, half next time. We're looking for 159, John Sage. He's gone and hurtling around the circuit already. 307 now then. And no sooner do we say that than we've got another one disappearing up there into the cloud of dust and onto the safety barrier. So it's going to be all changed once more as they come around the start and finishing line. This time through, 137 then, Andy Jackson from 236 and 6. That's your 1, 2, 3. The leader opposite you, Mr. Starr, 137, 236 and 6. They're following each other through. Andy Jackson then leading, 236. 236, Mick Ives then in second spot and 6. Phil Wilton is third. It's 137, 236 and 6. This BriSCA Formula 1 B Class United Kingdom Championship living up and exceeding all expectations. Annie Jacklin then still leading. Mick Ives fighting that car there down that back straightaway. Still clinging on precociously to second spot of 6. Phil Wheaton comes through into third. 5 next time, Mr. Starter. 5 next time. So Andy Jacklin pulling a little bit further clear of 236, Mick Ives and 6. Phil Wheelan still trying to get there on the leaderboard. Glindaff, 96 in fourth spot. And they're followed through by 117, that's Rob Scriven in fifth. So the action has not relented right from the drop of the green flag as this leader continues to pile on the pressure. Andy Jacklin it is, 137. Mick Ives, 236 in that second berth. They've got 2 back markers between the first and second car. 6, Phil Wilton, still in third. In fourth, it's 96, Glindaff, and 117, Rob Scriven. That's your leading 5, Mr. Stars. The 3-lap board gets poked out in front of the noses, so it's going to be dramatic from start to finish. These B-grade Formula 1 stock cars have served up tremendous entertainment. That's continued in this United Kingdom Championship Grand Final, and another car's got a spear heading across the centre green there. But Andy Jacklin it is, making every post a winning one at this moment in time as the last lap ball comes out. Andy Jacklin takes it in 137. 236, Mick Ives really putting the bumper in on the 99 car in a big way there. Glindaff moves through into third spot. It's all about the checkered flag time because the United Kingdom champion is going to be Andy Jacklin in 137. He's took the title with what amounted to a quite clear-cut victory at the end of the day from Mick Ives, 236 and 96 Glindaff. 52, Craig Hailworth moves through into fourth, head of 111, Rob Scriven. Keep them coming, Mr. Starter, keep them coming. Okay, Mr. Starter, okay, Mr. Starter. Grand final then. And 3:45 getting pushed high, wide and handsome already up there. That's Gary Coyle, and certainly we're getting some action at last then from the A-class drivers. Let's see if they can keep this momentum on right until the checkered flag, but it's that man flying again up front, 393, Mike Smith. He's the one they've got to reel in. 221, Steve Cooper. 21 is Mark Gilbank. 464, Jamie Davison. 172, bursting through, Stevie Hodgson in 5th place, and 250. So then the Reds are coming through forcibly in this one. Let's just see how they can manage to catch this flying leader. Oh, and Paul Harrison going high, wide and handsome on turn 1. That's not done his chances of victory any good either. It's still Mike Smith then, 393. 393 then, carving quite a reputation for himself at Skegness in this UK Speed Weekend. He's pulling out all the stops to keep ahead of 221, Stephen Cooper. Mark Gilbert, 21. Being shoved about all over by 172, Stephen Hodgson, who moves through into 3rd spot. They're being followed by Keith Jameson, the flying Junior Wayman, 515. If anything then, this lead is being extended once more by Mike Smith. From 222, Steve Cooper, 172 is Stevie Hodgson. 515, Junior Wayman beginning to prowl, beginning to make up ground, hand over fist in 4th spot. No one asking for or giving any quarter in this BriSCA Formula 1 1994 UK Championship. Half this time, Mr. Starter, half this time. So Mike Smith then looks as though he's going to reap, or could well reap, rich dividends once more in this UK Championship. The driver from the north east of England, not renowned as a hotbed of BriSCA Formula 1 racing. Oh, the leader's gone, Mark Smith's gone then in that attack from the back mark, and that's opened up the race completely. Jason Holden, it was that opened this race up in a big way. It's 221. Leading the pack from 172, 221. He's still here, he gives way under the clash from 172. Stephen Hodgson at 515, Junior Wayman. Stephen Cooper, 221 now back in 3rd spot. Stevie Hodgson, the bumper goes in from Junior Wayman, 515, and it's his turn to take over the lead now. 515, 172 and 222. And once more, this time it's Jason Holden then who's setting this race alight. He'd taken out the leader, then he takes out the 3rd place car, so he's looks as though there could be some retribution. 5 this time, Mr. Starter, 5 this time. It's Junior Wayman then in 515, comes off turn 4. Hurtling down the home straight away, the black markers pressed immediately between, and this could be the chance that Steve Hodgson's been waiting for. It'll be interesting to see what Mike Smith can do, that long-time leader. But it's still Junior Wayman then pulling clear of the pack now. As 172 comes under pressure from 53, John Lund. For that 2nd and 3rd place, but 515 absolutely speeding around the circuit now. Junior Wayman. This time it'll be the 2 laps to go board out for 515 Junior Wayman. 172 Stevie Hodgson at 53, John Lund. 515 just got a clear track ahead of him now as the last lap board comes out. Surely Junior Wayman not going to make any mistakes from here. Stevie Hodgson still there in 2nd spot ahead of 53, John Lund. All the rest are nowhere, so we're looking for the checker flag. It's Junior Wayman going to take it. He's the United Kingdom champion. BriSCA Formula Ones. 172, Stevie Hodgson, second of 53, John Lund in third spot. That, of course, commentators' observation only. We're awaiting the full and official result. Reds on the circuit, reds on the circuit. BriSCA Formula One stock cars, Grand National and 10-lap dash. So then, not surprising to see 140 Andy Robinson at the head of affairs from 221 Steve Cooper. First of the red grey drivers is number 2, Paul Harrison. He's moved through into third place quite niffily too. 53 John Lund on the charge as well. There's still Andy Robinson there, leading the frame through, but he's now overtaken by 222 Stephen Cooper, and not too far adrift is 2 Paul Harrison. 53 John Lund on the charge from the back as well. Drivers, of course, knowing it's just a 10-lap dash, they've got to put everything into this race right from the drop of the green flag, because that checkered flag will be looming up pretty quick. As it stands, it's 221 Stephen Cooper leading everything in the race. His closest pursuer is 2 Paul Harrison. 52 Craig Hareworth pulls off onto the infield. Halfway this time, Mr. Starter, just testing your reactions. Halfway this time. 221 Stephen Cooper ahead of 2 Paul Harrison. 53 John Lund. They pulled well clear then of 140 Andy Robinson, and 250 Keith Chambers. 73 Rob Kelly. Not too much action as yet, but these three cars plenty close enough to provide an explosive finish. 3 this time, Mr. Starter, 3 this time. 221 Stephen Cooper still leading him out from 2 Paul Harrison. 53 beginning to put the bumper in. Good to see John Lund. We haven't seen too much of that from the A-graders throughout. John Lund then moves through in the second spot, still chasing down the 221 car of Stephen Cooper. Everything to play for then, as this time it's the last lap in this 10-lap dash, the Grand National BriSCA Formula One stock cars. The last lap brought out then goes John Lund. Can't wait much longer before he utilises that bumper. Will Stephen Cooper hold him off? Will we get the Lund plunge? There it comes. And Lund then takes Cooper out to come through and take the check flag. 53, John Lund takes the honours there. Paul Harrison comes through in second spot, head of 221 Stephen Cooper. Reds, Mr. Starter, Reds please.